the history of Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood in programs. And so basically this year, 2021, they did not give a paper program. And unfortunately, I don't know if they ever will again. So I thought I better make this video that captures all of my programs here. So the first one I have, this is from 1992. And I remember vividly going to the very first Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios Hollywood ever. And here's my program from that night. And one of the interesting things is that I was working at Knott's Scary Farm during 1992 at Knott's, and they did this the day before, or the weekend before we opened up the Haunt at Knott's, and they did that on purpose because, you know, this was our competition. So all of us who worked at Knott's Scary Farm went to visit Universal Horror Nights on that very first time. Anyway, they only had 2 mazes, I think, and then they had a couple shows. The Terror Tram was really cool. That was one thing that I remember about that year. So that was 1992. Then they did not do another event until 1996. Or I'm sorry, 97. 97 was the first year that they came back to do another one. So 5 years after that first one, they came back with this one. And they had an Area 51. And I think they had 4 mazes this year. So here's my program and information from 1997. And again, a lot of it was about the Terror Tram. I mean, I remember thinking at Knott's, you know, we always had the better mazes. But they definitely had really... You know, Universal Studios had a lot of the copyrights for a lot of cool stuff. So anyway, so that's from 1997. I also remember like Penn and Teller, they were doing a lot of shows then. And then this is 1998. So notice they call it Halloween Horror Nights 2, when in actuality it's Halloween Horror Nights 3. But they're pretending like 1992 didn't happen, I think. So anyway, this was called... you know, Horror Nights 2. And notice how they don't really have that many nights compared to like nowadays. Back then, we only did those kind of nights. Even at Knott's, we only did like 10 nights. So it didn't get into like as many as they do now. But you can see this is the schedule from 98 and all the different activities that they had in 1998. So then it went away again. Oh, I think it did in 98, 99. There might have been one. If someone knows more than I do, please put in the comments what you know. This is just what I know from the programs from the years that I actually went. So this was October 2006. I know they came back with what they called the director, and he was like the icon for that year. And then here's the schedule for that, which is really cool. I mean, I'm glad I kept all of this. I wish, you know, it's really making me sad that they're not going to be doing programs anymore, because this was really what was cool, is you would go in and you'd get your program and you'd plan your night. And this was back when you could pretty much hit all the mazes and all the shows in one night. They didn't have front of the line. I don't think that started until much later. I mean, I have a lot of my front of the line passes over here from Horror Nights. I mean, this is 2015, 2016. So I think that's when they started doing front of the line. And then the very first RIP tours didn't start until just, you know, these last few years. That's 2017 might have been the first RIP tour. I'm not sure. Anyway, I posted a video with my RIP tour from this year. And all I have from this year is this right there, because there were no programs. This makes me really sad. So now we're back in October 2007. And this is the program from 2007. Notice that, see, they have the rights to all of these monsters. And we had a Freddy Krueger at Knott's Halloween Haunt, but they weren't able to keep the copyright on that when Universal started doing theirs. So Freddy came over to Universal Hollywood and went away from Knott's Scary Farm. But anyway, this is the program, all the scare zones, mazes. You can see they had 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, just 4 mazes back in these days. And a lot of it was about the Terror Tram. So remember, that was the really cool part about, you know, 2007. So 2008, 2009, they're coming along here. And I've got, you know, each program from each year. So I really am glad that I kept all of these. And you can see the movies that were popular. So Saw was coming in, so that one was really popular. Then here we go back to Freddy again. This year here had Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Saw, and then Rob Zombie came in at some point and was doing a maze. Vampire, I remember that one. But this was, and then the Bill and Ted Excellent Halloween Adventure. That became like a staple for many, many, many years. And this was 2010. So there we go with that. Then here's 2011. We come back with one on Hostel. That's pretty cool. Screen. Let's see, Terror Tram line closes at 9. So again, they were still doing the Terror Tram, which was really cool. It wasn't like it is now where you get dropped off and come back. There's the mazes. So this, it looks like they added another 8 maze. So now they're at 6. So this year they went up to six mazes. So it's, you know, it's slowly building. I mean, they've done one every single year since. So here's 2012. There's the different, the directions to the VIP Horror Lounge. So there was something in 2012 you got to go to a VIP. That must have been when they were starting the front of the line in the VIP lounge areas. So that was really cool. Then, let's see, here we go along. This must be 2013. Yep, 2013. Cut to the front, the VIP experience. So this is where they started adding in this. And what was really cool is they used to offer a private tour of the back lot if you did the VIP experience, that which is now the RIP. But you actually got to go to some area that was haunted, quote unquote, all with your group. I mean, this was amazing. I really miss this. I always say it'd be great to go back to that again, but I don't know if they could ever do that again because it's just too crowded. So there's where the horror lounge was. That's where they serve the dinner now, I think, but back then it was just a lounge. So cool. So here we are in 2014. So you can see now we've got Walking Dead involved, and again they are offering the VIP, which eventually turns into the RIP. And let's see how many mazes we're at now. Face Off, Dracula, Werewolf, Clowns, Walking Dead, Alien versus Predator, and Dusk to Dawn. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going up on mazes here. I don't think they have the Terror Tram officially yet. I think you still get it with the VIP experience. You get to go on a special backlot tour. Then here we go from 2015. Again, we are looking at some Walking Dead stuff. Here's 2016. So that was cool. We get a whole bunch of monsters joining in. We've got The Exorcist coming in. So this is really cool, 2016. And the Jabberwockies, that might be the first year they came, I'm not sure. And here we go with our mazes for this year. Chainsaw, Walking Dead, Halloween, Exorcist, American Horror Story, Freddy vs. Jason, and Krampus. Oh yeah, so this is getting more up to what it's like now. So 2017, here we go. Or here's 2017. This is pretty cool. See here, they're directing us to that for the VIP tour, which might have started to call itself RIP at this point. I think so, for 2017. And then 2018, now we've got Stranger Things, 2018. Now, a lot of people probably remember these. This is just recent, 2018. That there, The Purge, Poltergeist. So that was really good. And then the last one that they ever had a program for, this is it, 2019. The very last paper program for Halloween Horror Nights ever. It's going to end my collection, which is why I'm making this video, because I wanted to at least capture these programs on video before they're just gone. I mean, it's very sad that they're not going to be offering these programs ever again, unless it's just this year. You know, maybe they'll come back. But you can see I've collected these all through the years. Every single year I've gone since 1992. All my Halloween Horror Night programs are here. And what a great event. I just love Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood. And there it is. So if anybody knows any more information than I do, or if you want any scans of these programs, let me know. Be happy to get them to you. Aw, so sad. No more programs.